I'm back. Sorry about that to everybody that was watching earlier. I forgot I had one little thing to do. Didn't mean to cut that video abruptly. But so if you weren't watching the first live video that I was doing, I got a new package in, so I figured I would come back on and do a live unboxing video because those are always fun. So if you missed the first one, I opened up the box, and inside of it were 8 little boxes like this. And inside the 8 little boxes were the mini Tonka Mighties by Maisto. And as I was saying in the first video that I had to cut short, sorry about that. I have these. I've had in another set. I'll flip it back around and show you the other ones that I have. Right up here, I have the full set. They made 4 in these earlier ones. Let me flip it back around. They made just those 4 in the earlier runs. Later on, they had cement mixers. They had them in orange. They had They had 2 different versions of what they call the log skidder, which I believe it had it looked like a loader, but it had a little kind of like instead of the loader bucket, it had like a kind of a crane boom looking thing in the front, and I believe it had I think there was a little claw on it too. So, but yeah, they called that the log skidder. And then there was another version of it too, and I don't remember what it looked like, but there's 2 different versions of it. So, but I already opened up the mini mighty backhoe. If you didn't see it, it's pretty cool. These are very just like the mighty versions that they made these after. And as I showed, the levers, they actually work the stick just like the mighty version. The bucket doesn't curl like the mighty version, but it's still pretty awesome that the stick moves. These are super detailed. They even have a little smokestack on there. Pretty cool if you can see that. There we go. The excavator body spins around on these. They're pretty cool. The tires, everything turns. So they're pretty detailed little things, and they're really fun too. Like I said, I had saw these came up, and they were in these different style kind of packaging. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Comments are starting to roll in. Just starting to see them. So hey, what's up, everybody? I don't know how to pronounce some of those. Victor, thank you. Hey, what's up? Ava Yitu. Okay. Okay, thanks. John Boy, hey, what's up? Thanks for watching. Yeah, so these are the packaging that they came in. So they're able to be I got these online just from like eBay. So I found them pretty cheap. What's up? Just doing a live unboxing. This was the one that I really wanted to get my hands on. The other ones, like I said, let me grab one of the boxes. 1 second. Hold on. Let me grab a box so you can see what I'm talking about here. So these other ones, they are in the blister pack, which is glued onto the cardboard, so I didn't want to rip them off. Show me the cars that you like the most. Yeah, sure. Let's see. That's such a tough choice. I'll flip it around. McDonald's Tonka trucks. Yes, I do. Let me flip this around. So here's some of I only have a few of them. I picked them up for $1 a piece. I think they were inside the original packaging from, let me see. They even got the little thing inside there. I think it's set on here what year. 2003 these are both from. I got this looks like a backhoe, but it has a crane hook on there. And this is a loader inside there. So both of them are new in the package, obviously. I didn't open them, but No, I didn't make any of them. I just I collect them. So, yep. But let's see. I was asked about my favorite one. So that's one of my favorites right there. That's a model number 100 shovel. That's from 1948. That's one of the first two uh, models of toy that Tonka ever produced. There was this number 100, and then there was the number 150 crane and clam, which was yellow. That scraper back there, that's one of my top probably 5 favorites. That's a first year 1967 scraper, mint condition with the box. The box is up on the shelf behind there. And let's see, that 1971 Mighty Bottom Dump. That's one of my favorites. Super hard to find. Really brings a ton of money when you find them. The forklifts are awesome. This one is awesome too. This is one of my probably top 5. That is a early 1964 Mighty Dump, the number 900. That was the very first Mighty ever, introduced in early 1964. And then I have 25 different variations of the Mighty Dump Truck, all in chronological order. But that's the very first one, so that's one of my top 5 favorites there, because that's the one that started all the Mighties. And let's see, where's another one of my favorites here? Of course, these little golden minis. Those are one of my favorite things. Those are super cool. 75th anniversary trucks. This is another pretty awesome thing. The little sign truck. Well, let me set this down. Show you how it works. Little flip sign. As you spin it around, it rotates through, I think, 10 or 11 different signs inside. That's one of my favorite things. And what else? The Farm Master. That's the Canadian version with the black grill. Come around the side so you can see it better. Pretty cool. Tractor and wagon. Those are really hard to find. I got a bunch of tractors. That pickup down there with the toolbox, that's cool. So, but yeah, those are probably some of my most favorite out of the whole bunch. Of course, the orange one up here and the chrome, those are pretty cool. Wow, you got 10 signs, Alan? Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, you counted how many's inside, you're saying. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, 10. Yeah, I wasn't sure which it was. Yep, 10 or 11. And there's actually I think there's 2 different versions of that sign, flip sign as well too. So that was pretty cool to find out. I think I've said it a few times in videos. It seems like every time you find something new and you share it with like a group or a Facebook group or even on here, somebody always says, "Oh, I have a different version of it." So I always like to say that you never check one off and you add 2 more. That's how it always tends to work, because people are always saying, "Oh, there's this version and that version," and there's always one slight little variation. And I'm trying to, I know it's a monumental task, and I have over 300 so far, but I'm trying to get one of each, which, I mean, hopefully I've got a long time left to work at it. I just turned 39 this year, so hopefully I've got a long time to work on my mission to collect one of all of them, but we'll see. Some of them are crazy rare and some of them are insanely expensive. There's a set from the late 50s called the Road Builder set. It comes with, I think, 5 different trucks, and last fall there was an auction for one that was mint in box, I mean, which is rare in itself, that sold for $16,000. So that's insane. I love these toys. I've certainly spent a lot of money on them, but I don't think I'll ever get to that point. I try to keep most of all the ones that you see in here are like $100 or under. I don't like to go over $100 just because, I mean, I'm not rich. So I work really hard, as we all do, for our money, and I don't like to give it up that easily, even for awesome toys. So I just take my time. I'm patient, and I always be hunting. So I always say that, and find some good deals, and there you go. Little by little, you find what you're after. So I'm just opening some more of these boxes. I got 8 different ones. I don't think it says anywhere on here. Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah, it says right on there what they are. These are 2001. If you can see that in the camera. I'm trying to, hold on, let me raise this up a little bit. Try to get it, the lights I have in the office are so bright. That's why it always kind of makes a hazy look to the photo. But if you could see that, that's the dump truck. You've already seen the dump truck because I got it out over here. This is from one of my other sets. But if you're just tuning in, I'm just doing a live unboxing. I just got 8 of these in today, which are basically the same as these, but I got these new in the box. And again, these are the blister packs. They're glued down, and I didn't want to rip it off because then it's ripped off. So I don't mind taking things out of the box, but I'd hate to rip that off. So I knew I could find another set of them. So, and I finally did for a really awesome price. So I think I don't know. I think I gave under $30 for all 8 of these. Usually they're like, I don't know, around $10 a piece or so. So let's see, just reading through comments. Seems like a lot of toys are different in Canada than the US. Yeah, a lot of the Canadian Tonka had the plant in, I think, Toronto. Well, the decal said Toronto on there. And the deal with the Canadian plant is a lot of times anything left over from the U.S. plant, they sent it to Canada, and then the Canadian plant made a lot of all the toys for like New Zealand had some ones from Canada. I think there was a plant in New Zealand as well at one point, a small one. So a lot of the European and Canadian ones are the same. They'll say Canada on them, but they're the European ones as well. So it's pretty cool. And there are some variations in the Canadian ones that were only made there. There's some pretty awesome pickup trucks that I've seen made in for the Canadian versions that are only there that I'd really love to get my hands on. Of course, they're a lot harder to find, especially in the US for the Canadian ones. But I know people that have picked up a lot of stuff from overseas, and the problem is international shipping can be pricey. I know a lot of guys that are in Canada that are, it's hard for them to find things because they really want to whack you for shipping to get it over the border. So, and I've actually heard of there's people that live close to the border that come to the US and they have a PO box or something like that, and they have things sent to the PO box, and then they just take a trip across the border to pick up their packages, and they save a ton on shipping. So if you're anywhere close to the border anywhere, that may be an option for you. So some of the guys say it's way cheaper to do that than to actually have them shipped directly. So I know a lot of people up in Canada that are always buying stuff doing that. Let's see. Looking for rims and bushings for the 4950s. Gasoline Alley doesn't have any. Makes them. Unfortunately, yeah, Gasoline Alley would have been your best bet. I don't know of anybody else really that kind of reproduces the parts for them, unfortunately. Usually, I know the 4950s stuff is rare in general, but sometimes you can find kind of a beat up one. That may be your better bet to find something you can pull them off of. Hey Gary, what's up? Amazon. Are you talking about the new stuff, Gary? The new Tonkas? Amazon made Mighty Tonka exclusive Hasbro all metal except for the plastic cap part. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know. I wanted to get the new Tonkas. I want to get the loader and the in the dump truck with the retro boxes that they came out with. And they mainly because of the boxes. The dump truck is pretty cool. They kind of try to do the old style grill with like the vertical kind of not bars, but the grill look. That looks pretty cool. And there was like some special going on, some sale. It was like Amazon Prime Days or something like that. And regularly, those trucks are $49.99, I believe, each, and they had them down to $31.99. And I wanted them, and I was like, I didn't want to spend the money at the time. And I'm like, I watched them, and then it was back to $49.99. So now I'm trying not to spend $49.99 each. So I'm gonna wait till around Black Friday, and I'm hoping that they'll have a Black Friday sale on those two, on the new Tonkas, and I'm hoping that I can snag them again for the $31.99. So that would be cool. It's so hard for me to see them at that price, and then I let them go, and I was like, so I gotta wait. I'm gonna hold out and see if I can get them for $31.99. Oh, that's awesome! What an awesome birthday gift. Yeah, that's cool. Good brother. So I know a few other people have gotten them too. I think a few people have posted some pictures of them in the Facebook groups. Of course, I'm sure you've seen them. But I'd really like to get them because I want to get them out and like kind of do like a review of them. So that'd be cool. But yeah, I'm hoping as we get closer to Black Friday here, I'm hoping to snag them for that cheap price again. So hopefully we could. If not, I'll wait till Black Friday, and if they don't go on sale again for Black Friday, I'll just bite the bullet and pick them up because, like I said, I just think the boxes are so cool, and I want to do a review on them for the channel here. There's also a roller too. I don't know if you saw the roller. I may get that. I don't know. Undecided. The loader and dump truck are cool, but the roller's a little bit funky looking. But I may get it anyways. We'll see. So I've been trying to be good lately with without spending too much money. But let me see. I'm gonna scroll back down to comments. I know I missed a few. Special Tonkas. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of special Tonkas, like New Zealand ones especially. There's a lot of like I was saying earlier, they were specifically made in the New Zealand ones, whether it be a color or a certain weird kind of design feature. So there are certain ones, non-US ones and a lot of them are kind of cooler than the US ones as well. So the different colors are really cool. I know the buggies, there's different colors that you can't get in the US ones. The pickups, there is the New Zealand, the orange colored Mighties, which are cool. They're like orange and yellow. Those are super hard to find, but there's a lot of New Zealand stuff and Canadian made stuff that you can only get from there. Sylvian, let's see. What was the cheapest Tonka you ever got? Oh, geez, I don't know. Well, I picked up this one. I get a lot of pretty good deals. This is my newest Mighty. This is like a 90. It has a green windshield, so this is like a 94. It has 94 decals. The old website says that there's a lot of discrepancies on that website. So it says that the green windshield began in 95, but obviously this decal was a 94 decal. So it's either late 94, early 95, where it hadn't switched over yet because Tonka always used up the parts. As you can see, this has a single stack and slotted rims on there. They did that to save money as opposed to the solid ones. But I'll get into that a little bit later. I'm gonna do a video on the Mighty Dumps because I've got some that are the same. Paul, let's see. Posted from the U.S. to Australia is crazy sometimes. Same or sometimes more than the item. I know, and that's crazy. It's bad enough to pay crazy prices, but then you got to pay a ton for shipping. So yeah, I get it. I know a lot of people that have done some overseas shipping from Europe, and I don't know if anybody. There's a guy in the New Zealand pages. He actually makes a lot of parts. His name is Hamish McLagan, I think, and he ships some stuff that I don't know if he 3D prints it or what he does, but he does a lot of stuff, and I think the postage is really crazy. Would you ever sell your entire Tonka collection if you really needed the money? Oh man, I have a lot of stuff that I can sell before I ever if I ever needed money that bad. Hopefully, knock on wood, I'll never get to that point, but I've got a lot of other toys. I call them toys, but stuff like a snowmobile, four-wheeler, stuff like that. I'd rather sell that stuff if I ever needed to. All that stuff's paid off and whatever, but yeah, it'd be tough. I'd have to be really, really, really desperate to get rid of these for the money. So knock on wood. Actually, that's the reason why I haven't posted lately. Is I've just been crazy busy with work. I own a small construction company. We're getting into winter here in central New York where I live, and a friend of mine, he's also a builder. He asked me if I can help out on some projects he was doing. So we're currently building 2 houses at the same time. One's 3,000 square feet, the other's 1,850. So we got a lot of work going on. So knock on wood, I won't ever have that problem, I hope. But never say never. So if I really, really needed the money, I would sell the collection. Let's see. I know, yeah, Tonka forever. They'd last forever too. I've seen some that were ready for the scrap pile. They're rusted, beat up, dented, and you can pound the dents back out, and people do a better than factory paint job on them, and they're really awesome. So, I mean, there's really no limit to how long these things can last, and that's why collectors a lot of times say, we don't own the toys, we're just their temporary caretaker, because somebody like me, I've got toys, like I said, that my shovel up there from 1948, I'm probably, God knows what number owner I am of that. So, yeah, so we're just there. We don't own them, we're just temporarily taking care of them. They were here long before us, and they're going to be here long after, I'm sure. That's why I do this channel, in hopes to inspire the next generation of Tonka collectors. And I always tell people when they sell things for super high prices and whatever, and I get they're rare, but I always try to tell people, when you're selling things for super crazy prices and somebody's thinking about getting into the hobby, and they see things going for $1,000, or I saw a thing in an auction just today, sold for $4,750. I think it was. It was a van. It was an old van, a regular Tonka, a wholesome red van, I believe it was, and it went for $4,750. I mean, there's not many people that out there in the world that can drop $4,750 on one single toy. And my friend that sent it to me, I said, I would never spend that on a single toy unless I could drive it. So, I mean, you can have a lot of fun with almost $5,000, and I love these toys, but I don't think I'll ever be to that point to spend that on one of them. So, let's see. I'm just reading through comments here. Are all my Tonkas in the basement, or do I have more in the garage and shed? Nope, this is everything. This room is like almost 16 by 16, and this is all of it right here. The shelving unit behind me right here, those shelves are 2 feet deep, and that shelving unit is just about filled up. I just got one, let's see, I got one spot right there. And over here, those are floor to ceiling, and that's just over 15 feet long. Those are all full. I actually reorganized those shelves and squeezed in an extra shelf over there, so I am full in this room. So everything, all my Tonkas are down here in the basement in my office, and I've got some. I got my Erdl stuff over there, and I've got some more stuff on the shelf over my desk. So this is my office slash Tonka room. And down on the floor, I've even got some. Those ones are actually going to be for sale. There's some pretty nice ones. Some are missing a few things, but there are some nice ones in the bunch. And as you can see, I've got my O gauge Lionel train set up too. Me and my 3-year-old, he loves it. And I actually just picked up a new train car the other day for $20 from one of my local antique shops. If you like collecting and stuff, if you've got any antique shops or antique malls around you, even if you just go there and just chat with the owners or booth renters or whatever, and kind of introduce yourself and tell them what you're looking for. And that's what I kind of did. And now people that do that around me, there's not a ton of stuff that I find local. There's a handful. I just met a new guy that opened up a new antique shop, and he's got some. I picked up a few random things from him, like one of my early cranes up there. Excuse me. I picked up that from him. So once I know what you're doing, there's not a ton of people around here, like I said, that do it. So they all kind of message me now and say, hey, I got this, and I'll give you a first crack at it. So that's pretty cool. What does your wife think of the collection? Oh, my wife, she was kind of annoyed at first, of course, because I just had a ton of it and everything cost money. So I kind of just, it wasn't my plan to get to this point. All I was doing was looking for I started off just getting one, and it was my favorite as a kid, and it was the tractor trailer with the bulldozer down there. If you see him right there, those guys. And what had happened was, it was from a local auction house, and the guy kind of screwed me over on it, and that sent me on this mission to find one. And as I was looking for that specific one back there, I kind of started seeing the older Tonkas, because like I said, I'm only 39 years old, so I was a kid in the 90s, late 80s. So I didn't even know Tonkas existed before that. So I didn't realize they started in 1947. So once I started seeing all these cool things, that I was like, oh my goodness, look at those, like the scraper and the rollers and stuff like that they only made in the 60s and 70s. And then as I got into the groups and stuff like that, everybody was just really nice. And then I got into learning all the info, and I was answering everybody's questions. So it just kind of snowballed. So as more and more packages showed up to the house, she she was kind of getting a little upset, as she had a right to. But I mean, I don't go crazy. I'm not like bankrupting our family or anything like that. We live a good life, and thankfully, and my kids have everything they'll ever need, and then some, as do my wife and I. So I spend some money here and there, and like I said, I'm a business owner, and I work. I'm actually working tomorrow, Sunday. I got a little job to do, only a couple hours worth of work. So we work hard, and we play hard too sometimes. So she came around when she saw the joy that it brings to my life, and the enthusiasm, and it's a nice breakaway from stuff. So she kind of came around. So she doesn't mind it anymore, really. So I'm thankful for that. And the kids love it, of course, too. So I got 2 kids, 3 and 6, and so they love it. Tonkas were missing some parts. Where did you go to find them? I mean, I tend to not really buy any that are missing anything, just because some things you can find, like wheels and tires or stacks or air cleaners, things like that. Sometimes they're missing decals, but I've yet to find a decal, an aftermarket decal that's exact. And I'm really detail oriented, due to my business. Like I said, I'm a home builder, carpenter, so I'm all about the fine little details, and things like that bother me. So I try to find them that are fully complete, especially with decals. I did make a exception here or there, not many, but like the ERV was one that I kind of compromised on because it's super rare. It had the remnants of decal, but not the whole thing. But if as far as finding parts, you can look on eBay. Sometimes you'll find just the parts there. People find junky ones and pull parts off them to sell. There's Gasoline Alley Toys and Antiques in Wisconsin. They have a website you can check out. They reproduce a lot of parts for Tonka, Buddy L, Marks, all kinds of different toys. So check them out for a lot of different things. There's some things they don't make, of course, but and then there's always like a Facebook marketplace. You can find one to kind of salvage a part off of if you need to, but that's about it other than that. But I tend to buy them only complete, just because I don't know, it's kind of heartbreaking to just be missing one little part, and then I know it's going to be a challenge a lot of times, but unless they're easy things, so I try to get them whole. Let's see. My buddy let me try to run his backhoe. It was scary. Yeah, I've been doing it. I kind of went to school in high school. They call it BOCES here. It's like vocational school, like, that you can go to if you want to when you're a junior and senior in high school. And I did that. I also grew up my family had a produce farm, and we were farming up I think like 70 acres at one point. So I've always been around equipment and stuff like that. And a family friend owned an excavation company, so I was always around that stuff. He let me run an excavator when I was 7 years old. I remember that day. That's one of those core memories that's burned in your brain when you get to run a big excavator. And ever since then, I was just hooked on equipment and stuff between farming and stuff like that. So, and been doing it my entire life, really. So I've done road building here and there, small roads, and lots of commercial site work projects. And I own my own mini equipment, like I own a Bobcat excavator and a skid steer, a boom lift, wood chipper, stuff like that. So I do that kind of stuff. And bigger projects too. I rent big machines. I pretty much ran every piece of equipment out there. So, but yeah, for your first time on a machine, they can get pretty scary, I can imagine. So, but they're fun. Have you ever found Tonkas in the garbage like I did? If so, do you take them home or leave them there? Oh man, if I saw one in the garbage, I would definitely pull it out. One of these properties that I bought and sold. I was cleaning up the backyard, and there was a big tree in the back, and it was a Nylint dozer, and I still have it. It was just buried under the leaves, and I found it, and I didn't have the heart to throw it away. So it's actually in my garage right now, along with my old toys. I have a few survivors from childhood. So yeah, I wouldn't, if I found one in the garbage, I'd have to get it, because I don't have the heart to let it go in the garbage. I guess I watched Toy Story too many times. I feel like the toys have feelings, you know. So if I see one, I grab it. And I always thank people for people always post in the groups and stuff. They're like, "Oh man, I found this." Some people work in scrap yards, or if they're going to a scrap yard, they'll grab one out of the pile or whatever. So, which is cool. So I always appreciate that, because they don't make them like they used to, and it's hard to let them go. Let's see. Caldo, I see you from Madrid, Spain. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate that if you're still watching. I own a Tonka Jeep with someone else's name engraved on it. I don't know if I have any that are engraved, but I definitely had some that were written on with. I'm trying to think of. Yeah, there was one that I just got. I think it had writing on it. I can't remember which one, but I had some with other. One of my mixers had some permanent marker written on it, and I polished it off. I polished the marker off, but it had been on there so long that the sun kind of faded around the marker, and you could still see the words in there. So yeah, if it was underneath, I think I definitely have one that has writing underneath it, and I just left it on there. I'm cool with it. But the one that I polished off was on the outside, and it was a really rare mixer. It's one of my Sears mixers over there. So let's see. You work in a restoration body shop and restore a lot of base coat, clear coat. That's awesome. That's so cool. I know. I wish I had a nice shop area to work on stuff. I would definitely do some custom stuff, and I've done, like I said, I'm a builder, so I mean I do pretty much everything, welding, whatever. I've never really done much painting other than messing around like on a demolition derby car that I had once. So that's about my extent of painting, but I'm sure I can probably pull it off at least to get by. I'm not saying I'd be a pro at it, but it takes some practice like anything else. But that's cool that you do some restoration work on Tonkas and stuff, Alan. Hey David, what's up? Yeah, the Tonka shirt. This was a Christmas gift for my wife last year. After Christmas was done last year, I said, "Man, I can't believe it. I owned like 200 Tonkas at the time, and nobody got me any Tonka stuff." So she felt bad and randomly bought me a Tonka shirt one day. So that was cool of her. My older brother had a few. Had a few on the farm. Yep. Oh, definitely. Yeah, like I said, I grew up on a farm, and I had between my cousins and I, and even my sister had one or two at one point when she was little. I think we had like 12 or 15 of them all together. So I mean, we had this little section of dirt that we'd always kind of take over. We had really nice kind of gravelly dirt on the farm there, so it wasn't super hard digging. And we always made roads and everything, typical stuff. Never sandbox, always out in the field, so we had a lot of fun. Yeah, right, Sunday today, yeah. Yeah, where you are, Paul, yep. I don't even know what time it is here. I think it's like it's around 6 p.m. Saturday night here in New York where I am. Yep. Do I know what decals are the worst to find? Decals are the worst to find exact. Yeah, it's definitely it's really hard. There's some that are close. I found that you always have to compromise a little bit. It's whether it's either 7:50 a.m. Wow. Yeah, so you guys are like 13 hours, is it? Must be. Let me see. I don't even know what time it is here. Maybe it's later than that. I think it was around 6. Yeah, it's got to be 6:50 p.m. here. Yeah, you guys are quite a ways ahead. You're in Australia, right, Paul? I think you said. But the decals are super hard to find. You always have to compromise between the font or the size. Like you can find. Yeah, that's what I thought. I always appreciate you too, Paul, following me and everybody that always comments and likes. I've got a lot of regulars, Alan, David. There's a lot of people that are always commenting and stuff. So I appreciate all you guys that take the time out of your day to watch me talk about Tonkas, or just take a second to comment, like whatever you do to support me. I really appreciate it. So it makes it worth doing to know that you're reaching people and stuff, and meet a lot of good people along the way doing this kind of thing. So, but so back to the decals again. You either kind of have to compromise between the font or the size. Either the size is really close and the font's way off, or the font looks good and the size is a little bit off. So I don't know. If I had to choose between the font or size, I would probably pick the more accurate font. Unfortunately, I don't know why they can't get them to be exact with all the technology. I mean, people are 3D printing parts and stuff like that, and I don't know why we can't just get the exact size of the decals right. I don't know. Something for me to look into, I guess. Like I said, I'm crazy about details, and especially when it comes to the decals. And I don't know. Being a carpenter, I got an eye for things, and it needs to be exact. So, but yeah. So let's see. I think I've got all of these opened up. This one is the bulldozer. They call it a bulldozer, but yeah, it says bulldozer, but it's a loader. Hey Jared, what's up? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we're just chit chatting here like usual. I got a new package in with these Maisto mini Tonka Mighties, and I had done a video before with my first set that I got. This is the original set from 1998. This is the series 1 of these, and they came out in these blister bubbles that are glued down to the cardboard, and I wanted to rip them out of there, but I just didn't want to ruin the box, so I left them in there. And I've been trying to find a new set of them, and I finally found the later runs. These are from 2001, and the packages are different. They're just a regular box, and they've got this 2-piece kind of protector in there. So these ones I can open up, and I can actually play with the toys. So, but they're all the same thing. I got 2 sets of them. And this one, I'd say probably out of all of them, the crane is definitely the coolest. It has the notches on the top there, just like the Mighty. The lever locks in, holds the boom. The little crank, even it's got a little crank that works over here for reeling in the bucket. It's really awesome. These little mini Mighties are super detailed, and the crane is definitely my favorite. Even the clam, like I showed earlier, the clamshell bucket is spring loaded. Pretty awesome, just like the Mighties. So, but yeah. So I just want to do a live video and show everybody my newest addition to the Mighty Tonka Madness collection. So, and I got a haircut. What's left of it anyway. You know, what are you going to do? Stress. Stress of my business and kids and all that good stuff. You know, I know a lot of people can relate. So, I'll just do a quick look around the room here. Now, like I said earlier, if you missed it, this is the newest dump truck I got here. I'm going to do a video on these later, tell you the differences. But with this dump truck, that makes 25, let's see, 18 on that top row. That's 23 and 26. Oh, no, because one of them's a double. So 20, yeah. I have 25 different variations of the Mighty dump truck, which is insane. And that's not, there's a bunch more to get. So, and they're all just little tiny things that a crazy person like me that's insists on trying to get one of each one. I mean, because why not, you know? What else am I going to do with my free time? So, little variations. Like these 2 right here. As you can see, this is the earliest version of the Hasbro, started in '92. As you can see, it's got the solid wheels as opposed to the slotted wheels. '92, they came out with the slotted wide wheels. These are pretty big wheels. And it had the dual stacks on the earlier ones. Now, and in the old website, oh yeah, the big wheels, I mean, they just look so much cooler. I mean, look at that. Look at the stance of them. They stick out way past. They're just cool. So if I could spin this one. Let me stack up these things out of the way here so we can see. Stack these up, slide this back, and I mean, look at the difference between the regular Mighty wheels and the big wide ones. They're just so much cooler. So, but yeah, so this is like the 92, 93 version. Hey, Alan, yeah, I'm reading your comment. Tonka's to paint. Yeah, there you go. Catch you later. Yes, sir. Have fun. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching always, and all your comments and stuff. Have a good, enjoy your dinner, enjoy your weekend. See you later. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. Let's see. Yeah, actually, Paul, yes, I have, where are they? I think the box, where is my box of ornaments? I've been trying to find some more. I think it's up here somewhere. I've got some, yeah, where are they? This box down. Yep, there they are. I was thinking about that the other day, and yep, they're up here. There you go. Because there's so many different versions of the Hallmark ornaments. Get this box down. It's like a maze on this floor here. There's barely any room to walk with the train set up. It's fun stuff. Let's see. Let's see what I've got for ornaments in here. Yeah, I've got the tow truck, which these are actually super detailed too, the ornaments. I've got the grater, which actually this one's kind of has a lot of imperfections. I'm really upset by it because they didn't show it in the description. I've got the loader. What else we got in here? I've got the dump truck. And got this early shovel, which is missing the tracks, or one track. So I'm very upset about that. So I'm trying to find newer versions of them. eBay is a good place. So those are the ornaments I got. Yeah, I got these after Christmas last year, so I'm definitely going to put the nice ones on the tree this year. So I also have a cement truck too, I believe. That's up in with the ornaments. So they're fun. Yep. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, we usually decorate for Christmas after Thanksgiving here, which is the end of the month. So usually that weekend right after Thanksgiving, we'll get a tree and we'll decorate. I like to bring the kids and go get a real Christmas tree. We go out and walk and cut it down ourselves, and we kind of make a new family tradition, because I always had real trees growing up here in New York, and we actually sold them as well. So we always had real trees. And then my wife and I had a fake one for a while, but once we had the kids, I'm like, we should start getting a real tree. My dad has vaulted ceilings in his house, so every year we get him anywhere from 14 to about 17 feet tall real tree, so that's fun. Jared, let's see. Went Tonka hunting today. Found a blue Ford Thunderbird for the small version of the black, just the car. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, them darn Thunderbirds, man. Those are really tough to find for $2 too. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. I was talking to a fellow collector last week or something, because I actually ended up outbidding him on that mini mixer that I got, this one, and I felt horrible. I was like, oh man, I hate to outbid somebody that I know. But yeah, those two cars are really, really hard to find. I can't even get it out, kind of buried in there. But yeah, they go on this carrier right there. Yep. But I had actually bought this car carrier right here. that had the wrong cars on it, which were them, and I bought it for those two cars. That's how rare they are. So that's awesome. Good for you. That was a good find, especially for $2. Those things are probably worth 20 to 30 bucks a piece. I bet you can get for those because they're really hard to find. So definitely a good find. So, but well, I think I may jump on out of here if anybody's got any other questions, or you want to see anything else or whatever from the collection, I'd be happy to show you. But this was the point of my live video today, was to show the new Maisto mini Tonka Mighties. I just couldn't wait to get my hands on this crane here. Pretty awesome. Exactly like the Mighty versions. The levers work the stick and everything on here. The loader, I got another loader over here. Where did it go? Somewhere. Buried. Where is it? Here it is. Got another loader over here. Open. I mean, they're really awesome. They're so detailed. You can actually have fun and play with them. So the bucket dumps and everything. The lever works it. This one's a little bit funky. I think it came unhooked inside there, but really fun. So I'll do one more spin around the room. Show you some of these tinies over here. The G.I. Joe set. That's an Ertl tractor trailer right there. Old Mack, 2 John Deeres on there. Got some stuff in here. That's one of my favorite tinies, the Ryder truck. The Space Shuttle set, that's a Tonka set. Awesome. Power Rangers and Ninja Turtle stuff. GGT VR, hello. Hey, what's up? Some of the stuff up here. The crane boom and flatbed, that's one of my newest ones. Sanitation truck, the two turbine mixers. The Mighty Blaze with the dual wheels from the factory, the green one, Mighty Flame, Tonka or Target BJ Wholesale Club exclusive. This is one of the other new things that I got. These signs, if you guys didn't see those, these are awesome. All these light up signs. There you go. Check those out. Those are Tonkas. These are from 2010, and the big one's from 2011, which I did see there's another variation of that. So, like I said, you check one off and add 2 more. This is another new one that I got. That is a 1962 or 3, I forget. It's like the airline tug. This is one of the newer ones. I've been after one of these things forever, an airline tug, because they just tend to bring stupid money for what they are. I usually try to get close to $100 almost for them. I mean, I gave 60 for this one, but it was actually, it's all fully intact. It's a little bit sun faded, as you can see. That was the original deeper orange color, but it does have its Mound Min oval, and everything's original. I believe it's either 62 or 63. Which was the very first year for these. Like I said, it looks like the airline tugs, but they just called this a tractor. So when they first came out, and there was an airline tug in a set, it was called the airline service set that came with the Cervicar and luggage trailers with some luggage. So, but I've just been after one of these forever, and either the grill decal's missing, or the steering wheel's broke off, or the seat's missing, or a rim, the hubcaps are missing, whatever it may be, and I just never bought one, or it was too expensive. And I finally saw this one in one of the Gasoline Alley toy auctions, and I saw that it was the very first year for it, because then in the following year they were yellow. So very first year for that, and I picked it up for $60 plus shipping. So I was happy with it. Happy to check it off. Like I said, it's a little faded, but it's intact and it's not all beat up. So pretty cool. Happy to have that one. So I do want to give do some giveaways. And I just got to figure out how I want to do it, because I've got all these uh, micro metals, the little tiny Tonkas, and like I said, I got 2 sets of these, so I don't know, and I got it for really cheap, so I don't know if I want to. I may just give one away or give a set away or whatever, one at a time maybe. I don't know, but I just got to figure all that stuff out. Like I said, my life is just so busy. That's why I haven't been posting much. I just been working. We're building 2 houses at the same time, and I'm just really busy. And when I get home, I'm tired and sore, and I'm just like, ugh. So I apologize if I haven't been on here much. I'm always hunting, like I always say. So there's always something coming. So I'm getting a lot more selective. I'm trying not to spend a ton of money, but Tonka snow plows. No, I don't have anything that has a snow plow. I did find a Jeep. There was one of the Jeeps, the white Jeeps with the snow plow. They make a Dodge dump, like the red ones with a snow plow on it. And of course they have like the big mics and the highway department stuff that come with the plows, and those are just always crazy expensive. So I haven't gotten anything with a snow plow on it yet, unfortunately. So yeah, that's about it. I'm trying to just look around. I've got all the graders and all those, but nothing with a snow plow. And actually, technically, these mighty graders with the wing plow, those were kind of designed after snow plows, because in some areas they do use those as a snow plow, and that's why they have that wing plow that swings down on them. Could get one of the early '60s Orange State Highway mobile. Excuse me. Early '60s orange mobile clams go through my. Oh man, I want one of those mobile clams so much. I love the mobile clam, and unfortunately, they get up there. They're usually, for a nice one, they're usually close to 200 or above, like 225 ish. So I just gotta find the right one. It's gotta have everything. It's gotta have the decal. And maybe someday I'll pull the trigger. But I really love the mobile clams. They're awesome. And there's even a mobile drag line too, if you've ever seen that. I've seen a mobile drag line. And that's another thing that I got to check off my list too, is the drag lines in general. I really want a drag line, which basically it looks like this track shovel down here, but it has the crane boom on it with the drag line bucket. So yeah, I really want to get a drag line and the mobile clams. They're awesome. But like I said, usually lately they've been going for a decent one, 200 plus. So that's a big chunk of change. I think that crane boom up there, that was like 150, but that was like the most expensive thing I've bought in a long time. Everything else is, I think I gave like $30 for 2 sets of those. I got that truck for like $30 shipped. That one, like I said, was 60 plus shipping. So I try to keep it as cheap as possible, just because I don't know. As I'm sure you probably know, it's not cheap to have all these things, and I try to get the most bang for my buck. Some people don't have anything else to spend money on, but unfortunately I've got plenty of stuff that I need to spend money on. So as I can sneak a few bucks here and there, I try to keep it under control. It's very easy to just bury yourself, and got to keep your priorities in order. So very easy to get caught up, especially in this day and age with things like eBay, where you're just on your phone and you hit a button and you get that rush, and then you're like, what did I do? So got to keep emotions reined in and collecting. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, but if there's nothing else anybody wants to chit chat about or have a question about or whatever, if you see something, I'll give it a minute. And if not, I appreciate everybody that's hung out with me. It looks like I got 13 people watching with me right now, and lots of regulars that I appreciate everybody following. My subscribers are still growing. I'm up to 300 and almost 1,330, which is just fantastic. Long reach excavator for a demolition job. No, that's one thing I haven't operated as a long reach. I worked for a construction materials testing company for about 2 years in between excavation and building. I worked there for about 2 years, and they also did environmental projects, and I was on an environmental cleanup job one time, and they were putting a slurry wall around the perimeter of this contaminated property, so to stop everything from yeah, see you later, Gary. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, they were putting a slurry wall around the property which is this. They mix up bentonite, which is clay, and they fill this trench with it. They dig down to bedrock and they fill the trench up with clay to make an impermeable barrier so the contamination can't get out anymore. And so on that job, they actually brought in a brand new, fresh off the ship from Japan, Komatsu PC 1250 excavator, which is massive. That's like a mining sized machine. And it came on 6 tractor trailers, I believe. One was the body of the excavator. One was the boom. One was the stick. I believe it had a 60-foot boom and a 60-foot stick. And the counterweight was on one trailer, and one track each had its own trailer. So that was pretty crazy. I got to see that get put together, and they were digging with that. But I've never actually ran one. They're pretty... I've seen lots of videos and stuff, of course. I've been around them, but I've never ran one. And the demolition ones are cool if it's a full-blown demolition rig, because they have the tilt cabs and the kind of knuckle booms and stuff. So they're pretty cool, but I've never done much demo stuff. Thrift hunt for Tonkas. Oh, yeah, like I said earlier, I'm always looking on my local Facebook marketplace. There's lots of antique malls and antique stores. And I usually hit them like once a month. I'll like make the rounds. And like I said, I've been around to everyone, all of them, most of them within like a 45 minute radius of where I live. And I usually hit them up like once a month or whatever. I introduce myself to all the people that sell toys at them, that rent booth space, or that own the antique shop, and they all know me now. And if they get anything in, they usually let me know. So thrifting and antique stores are the best because eBay prices can get really, really crazy. But at the same time, a lot of my collection came from eBay. So you just have to be very careful, and you have to be very patient, because there are deals on there. And what I tend to look for on eBay a lot is they'll list a price and say, or best offer. So if I see best offer, I mean, what does it hurt? You throw an offer out there, and worst they can say is no, So, and sometimes you get it for a fantastic price, and other times they say no. So if they say no, you move on and you wait patiently until you find something different. And that's why I say always be hunting, because sometimes even on the eBay auctions, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes people don't see it there, and you can sneak one away for cheap. So eBay, most of the prices on eBay are crazy, but there are some deals, and I've gotten a lot of stuff on eBay, so for very good prices. I'm very, like I said, I'm very thrifty, and I know what they're worth, and I don't want to pay that because as fun as they are, like I said, they get expensive. So, hey, Rab, what's up? I'm glad you popped on here. I wanted to show you something. I just picked this up yesterday. I just got done working, and I was going past a local antique shop, and I picked up this Lionel Happy Holidays 99 boxcar. And it came, it actually was new in the box. Here's the box for it. There's the details, Christmas 99 boxcar. And I picked it up. That was the original price. That was, this place doesn't exist anymore, K&K Trains. But that was the original price, and the guy gave it to me for $20. So, and then I looked it up on eBay afterwards, and that's pretty much what I can get it for on eBay. So, not a horrible deal, and it'll be cool for. I'm gonna put the trainer on the Christmas tree when we set that up at the end of the month here when we get our Christmas tree. But I thought it was pretty cool. My 3-year-old was excited to see it, and pretty cool. So we were playing with it a little bit last night. So I'm glad you popped on. I wanted to show you that. So let's see. Back to the comments here. What was your top 5 TV kids show during the 80s? During the 80s, like I said, I was born in 85. So a lot of the shows I watched, kid shows during the 80s, were like Disney type stuff. And I remember like Nickelodeon type things like David the Gnome, or there was a show called Denver the Last Dinosaur. That was cool. Let's see. Care Bears. I used to watch Care Bears around that time. Now as a grown-up and even as a teenager, I love 80s movies and any 80s movies. I'm definitely all about the 80s. So yeah, so lots of 80s type stuff. So and of course Ninja Turtles when they came out in 89, I think it was. I just picked up some Ninja Turtle where are they? Oh, here they are. Some Ninja Turtle collector cards from 89. Pokey and Gumby, yeah, right. Yep, that's right. I did used to watch Gumby. That's exactly right. Yes, I think they were on. Yeah, they must have been on Disney or something, or maybe Nickelodeon. But yeah, me and my cousins are very close in age, and my grandma used to babysit all of us, and we did watch Gumby a lot. I remember my grandma always hated Gumby. She's like, "Oh, you're watching this stupid thing again?" Yeah. So yeah, Pokey and Gumby. But yeah, so those were the shows that I watched in the 80s anyway. But yeah, so thanks to everybody that has been hanging out and all that stuff and commenting and asking questions. I really appreciate it. Don't work too hard tomorrow yet. Yeah, see you later. Yeah, mowing the lawn. Yeah, perfect. Enjoy your day. Appreciate it. Thank you, Paul. I always appreciate you hanging out. And yeah, I just got to do a little bit of mulch tomorrow. A little mulch job quick. Shouldn't take me a couple hours. So nothing that I am not used to. So have a good day and enjoy the rest of your weekend and appreciate it. So, but thank you again to everybody that's hung out. I've been on here for 69 minutes exactly. And I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here myself. So thanks again. Yeah, thanks, Rab. Yep. I came on to show, I'll show you I came on to show these. These are called mini Tonka Mighties. And yeah, thanks, Jared. Have a good night, too. I appreciate you hanging out and asking questions. But yeah, these are what I came on to show. These are mini Tonka Mighties, as you can see the size compared to the Mighties in the back. So that's why I was doing a live unboxing, and then we just get to chatting. So, but yeah, thank you. Yep. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here and head back upstairs with the family. And we had a birthday party today for my 3-year-old. His birthday was on the 3rd, and we had his party today. So we're going through everything and getting things cleaned up. And I'm gonna head back up and enjoy the rest of my night. And I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your night and the rest of your weekend. And like I always say, always be hunting. And we'll hopefully see you in the next one. So have a great weekend, you too, Rab. Yep, nice seeing you too. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad I got to show you that new train car. So we'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully. See you later.